Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. A lot of you send in questions asking whether Cleveland is a landlord-friendly city. The answer to that is yes, if you're doing things the right way. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We're discussing local agent in charge. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Dave Greathouse again, real estate agent with HomeX Real Estate Solutions, and I'm joined by my partner in crime here, our broker extraordinaire, our property manager expert, our friend, our confidant, Miss Ari Callieham.
Hi.
Ari, thanks for joining us.
Of course.
Again.
Of course.
People love you on the camera. They tell us all the
really?
time.
Okay,
yeah,
awesome.
Absolutely. So we want to talk today about this local agent in charge. For some of you out there, we've had this conversation about this new package, this new legislative package that was passed by the city of Cleveland earlier this year called Residents First. But the big, I guess, initiative was this piece called the Residents First Local Agent in Charge.
Yes.
And I'll give you some context behind it, guys. If you drive around Cleveland, there are properties here that are distressed, they're not taken care of. And 9 times out of 10, they're owned by somebody outside of Cleveland, in another state, in another country. And the city said, okay, no more.
Yeah.
We're cracking down on this. So that's what they come up with this legislation. And the big one, again, is this local agent in charge.
Right.
So Ari, can you give us a little bit of an understanding of what that is?
So basically, what the city wants is to, crack down on landlords who aren't taking care of their properties. So what they're doing is they're implementing local agent in charge to make sure that there's someone local to take full responsibility in the event the owner does not. That responsibility could be a financial issue. What is that? Like a fine? Yeah, for a violation, or even criminal. Yeah. So, like jail time. So it's really important that you guys understand the level of responsibility that we have and how much of a risk that's going to be. So yeah, there's a way to get around it, but you just have to take care of your property.
So simple. The exact verbiage, and we'll have a link to this in the description box, but essentially, if you own property in the city of Cleveland and you don't live in the general region here, let's just call it the 5 counties around Cleveland, you are going to be required to have a local agent in charge. Not necessarily a property manager, but most of you should have property manager if you're buying properties here, but you will be required to have a local agent in charge. So I guess my question to you is, if I'm hiring you as property manager, don't you just become my local agent in charge?
No, we don't just become the local agent in charge, but we are willing to be your local agent in charge if you can work with us to make sure that you're going to maintain the property to a certain standard. So if we're on the same page and you're doing the things that you need to do, then yes, we will sign on to be your local agent in charge. The only difference with that is probably going to be an increased reserve fund. So typically there's a small fee, well, not a fee, but a fund that you keep associated with your portfolio just in case there are minor repairs. There may be a larger reserve fund just in case we're cited for anything and we just need to take care of it right away.
Cool. So maybe this is something you can answer, but like, will be additional fees to be a local agent in charge, or just be part of the package?
No, it'll just be part of the package. So what we'll do, and we do this anyways, but at onboarding, we'll go out, we'll take a look at the property, we'll give you a couple of suggestions, we'll take some preventative measures and let you know exactly what you need to do. As long as you follow our lead, like, we're good to go. We're willing to take on being your local agent. You just have to do what we suggest that you do.
The other 2 pieces that were part of this were the lead clearance and the rental registration, which if you rent a property in Cleveland, you always had to register it, essentially.
Right, and we do that. We just do that for you anyways. So we register your property as a rental, and that is actually how they determine whether or not you need to do the Lead Safe initiative. So once you register, they're checking to see if you've already, gotten your certification. So we'll work with you to make sure that you're lead safe as well.
All right. So, and that was rolled out kind of weirdly back in the day and kind of selectively enforced.
Yeah.
I can tell you from experience, though, that enforcement is stepping up big time. You probably have seen it too.
For sure. So there was some lag, of course, because of COVID, but they're totally picking that back up now.
Yeah.
So you really need to do it.
We're working with somebody on the real estate side that's looking to sell investment properties who we did not have any relationship prior to with managing it. And they will self-admittedly tell you, like, they did not manage it very well by themselves. They lived out in California and they just said, hey man, we didn't do a good job. We need to sell this thing. We go to sell it and the city says no.
Yeah.
You have violations. This thing's not lead cleared. So that's becoming an issue for folks here that are doing things the wrong way.
Yeah.
The enforcement is starting to step up. And I can tell you right now, like, it's been very serious. We're talking court hearings, virtual court hearings, and fines. Like, you don't want anything to do with that. And that's why we're telling people, like, if you do things the right way, you probably got nothing to worry about.
No, it's true. And you mentioned violations with your client now.
Yeah.
Are most of those exterior violations?
I think all of them. So
that's the key, right? Like, let's try to get ahead of it. Take care of all those exterior issues so that you're not even on the radar.
Yeah. And brings me to another point that I think we haven't talked about is those folks who maybe have done things the wrong way here, they're going to get out.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
They're going to get out, and that would create opportunities for you folks out there to buy these properties and do it the right way.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah,
anything else you can think of about the initiative that we need to be aware of?
Not as much. We can give you more details if you want to schedule time for a call. We'd love to do that.
Yeah. We're going to put some information, at least a link to the whole legislative package that was passed earlier this year down in the description box. Take some time, read over it. I think the overlying theme here is if you come here with the right intentions, you won't have bad consequences.
That's it.
It's just do things the right way. You're going to still make money, right? Yeah. You're actually going to make more money by doing it the right way.
For sure.
Right? You've seen it with experience. We've seen it with experience. So if you're looking for a place that you can, like, buy property, actually manage it well, have a great experience, and remember, like, we have to live in this city. Yeah. Like, this is our neighborhood. We want you to take care of it. So we're not going to work with you if you have bad intentions.
I agree. That's really important to all of us, our entire team.
Yeah. So anyway, make sure you subscribe to the channel too. We appreciate all the support thus far. Down in the description box below, you are going to have the link to this entire legislative package so that you can read it yourself. You'll have all of our phone numbers, Ari's phone number, and of course you can reach out to us when you're ready to buy or sell
or rent
your great house.